Hi, I am David Lee, an acupuncturist. I would like to speak with you about anti-aging and how acupuncture and Asian medicine can be helpful towards slowing down its process and having you the optimal health and increased sense of well-being. What is aging? Aging is a progressive lessening of internal functions over time. Its effect is noticed between ages 40 and 50. Symptoms are fatigue, forgetful, frequent urination, having chills, loss of muscle and bone mass, muscle and joint pain, hypofunction of organs and glands, and you could probably list more if you have any more of those symptoms. What is then anti-aging? The goal is to have all the cells function optimally, because when you help the cells within your body to be healthier, then overall you are healthier and you're functioning better, and that is how you do the anti-aging. So the functions, the purpose of the cells is for their growth, it's for their reproduction, it's for metabolism, it's for cell-to-cell communication. So then the goal is to establish homeostasis within each cell and also between the cells. That means it is a balance, and also reversal of diseases occur. And therefore, aging is a incremental imbalance occurring slowly and globally. A disease is extremely imbalanced state of a specific function. What that means is aging is it occurs slowly over time. That's why we don't notice its subtle effect until we look back. When we do have a disease, it's more intense, it's more acute, and you notice the difference right away. So those two are really the difference in intensity. So when you treat the disease, you also get to help the health of the body at the same time. Or I should say, you help the health of the body first, and then the body takes care of its diseases. Of course, Asian medicine doesn't treat everything, but it does treat quite a bit, a lot, internal issues and external issues. So, what is the premise of holistic medicine? Holistic medicine is treating you from top down. You know that saying, the whole is bigger than some of its parts. So you could target the parts, what you call disease oriented or disease model treatment. When you look at the whole that is bigger than some of its parts, then you're looking at a the person model, the person perspective, where you treat the person so that the person becomes whole. And that is a top-down treatment. When you treat the top, when you treat the whole, it affects everywhere else below. And so then, what are the solutions that I use to treat uh, or to slow down the aging process? It is with, of course, you first, having a good regular exercise and having good quality foods. Those are basic. You cannot get away from those. And on top of that, I do three things. The three things are acupuncture, body type foods, so food ingredients specific for your body type, and I also use Asian herbs. Okay, so the acupuncture is it provides information to your body to know what to do. And then with the body type foods, you're using protein, oil, carbohydrate, vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients to subtly help you over time. You consume food on a daily basis, so therefore, it's not only nutritious, but although it has small incremental medicinal effect, over time it becomes a large impact. And as with the Asian herbs, they've been around for a very long time, and they've been identified as being quite safe. So the herbs have been identified as being quite safe and empowering. It's like having good quality food that is medicinal. It helps your system to be more functional on its own. So then, the solution is not only within Asian medicine, but it's also broad. Um, there's other type of nature medicine practices. Some of them have direct link to Asian medicine, such as uh, Unani of Greco-Roman medicine and Indian Ayurveda, and also Western way of diagnosing using need theory, DISC, social styles, Myers-Briggs type indicator. They all point toward the same thing, just using different means to derive different uh, application. As with Asian medicine, it's for specifically health of the body and the mind. Well, how long does it take for the symptoms of aging or difficulty or just those incremental decline? When do you notice the difference in the improvement? Well, you will notice the improvement within 30 days because the body has certain rate of improvement and you align with it. And when you do that, you could feel the change. Some people do within a week, other people within 30 days. So it doesn't matter how fast you notice the improvement. What matters is, do you have a significant improvement within 30 days? Yes, you do. Then another 30 days of treatment will give you further treatment or further improvement of your organs, glands, nervous system, all at the cellular level. And then from the third month, you give yourself maintenance treatment so that the improvement stays at that stable, higher level. So let's give an example. One example is erectile dysfunction, a male, age 48. He had normal amount of testosterone, but suddenly had a lack of desire. And it happened 4 months prior. 1 month prior to that, or 1 month prior to him visiting the clinic, he had consumed a lot of lettuce and cabbage, thinking that it is good, healthy vegetable. Yes, it is, but not for his body type. So once you understand this body type, then you go, okay, these foods are good for him, and these foods are not good for him, and these herbs are appropriate for this body type. So body type is very important to address because body type is referring to the whole that is bigger than some of its parts. So a body type has many, many aspects to it. And what you're doing is you're taking complex stuff within nature and match it up with the person. So you're not directly treating the erectile dysfunction in this case. You're directly treating multiple levels within the body. And what do you get as a result? Stronger system. So he has been consuming the wrong food ingredients, thinking they were helpful. Became contrary to that. And so I gave him some Asian herbs called Shi-er-wai dabutang, or in Korean you call it Shibimi dabutang. And with the deer antler and mushroom blend, they're very good for his body type. The deer antler is freshly harvested, so it grows back from the head. So he noticed a weekly improvement, and within 3 month period, he was pretty much back to normal. Uh, he noticed the improvement within 2 weeks of the initial treatment, and then incrementally improvement weekly basis. So within 3 weeks, he was back to normal, and then he came back 3 months later because he started seeing the sign of decline again, but it wasn't as bad. And the treatment, of course, would be much quicker this time because we had established some amount of good foundational improvement at the initial stage. So anti-aging is an ongoing, but when you have an improvement and be better at that stable level and you start declining a bit, then that's okay because that's how human body is. So all you have to do is just nudge it back up to the level that it should be at. And this patient, she came in with pain in the hand because she had surgery and it wasn't healing too well, and she needed to go back to work. And we find out that she has, oh gosh, at least 20 problems going on, chronic issues. So I asked her to write them down, and these are the things she wrote down: fatigue that is chronic every day, hard time concentrating, pruritus, itchy skin, eruption on the arms, face, neck, and chest, insomnia, unable to fall asleep and stay asleep, constipation, which is occasional, flatulence, having gas, hair loss, weak and brittle nails, uh, smoking cigarette, nicotine addiction, tongue being stuck to the roof of the mouth because it's so sticky, skin is oily, unable to relax, and having hair growing on the chin and the neck area, no sex drive, having a lot of headaches, everything hurts, joints and muscles and everywhere, dry lips and eyes, eyelashes falling out, and she is not able to keep her mind down when she's resting. So she has racing thoughts. Well, that sounds like very opposite to anti-aging, correct? And she had additional complaints: low back pain, having herniated disc, bursitis in the hip, daily stomach cramp, and also hay fever with itchy eyes and sinusitis. And I told her, this is your body type and you shouldn't eat these foods, meaning she's not good with, according to her body type, which is called damp warm. Um, she's not good with chicken, turmeric, ginger, a lot of meat like beef, chicken. So she was consuming those on a regular basis. Perhaps that's what had caused or contributed towards her body being off in multiple ways. So I gave her acupuncture. She noticed improvement right away, actually. She was coming twice a week for 12 weeks, and she was improving on a weekly basis. All the symptoms were definitely better within the first month. And in the second month, additional improvement. After the 16th visit, she stopped smoking, and she really didn't have withdrawal symptoms because she was getting acupuncture. By the 24th visit, which was by the end of hmm, let me see. Then that's more like 12 weeks. And so she came for 3 months total. And so by the end of 3 months, all the symptoms were gone by at least 90%. So she was thoroughly happy. She was having all those plus symptom, 20 symptoms for quite a long time, at least a few years. Next case, arm pain, plantar fasciitis, foot pain. Plantar fasciitis is a foot pain. Having hay fever, itchy eyes, sneezing, and also skin rash. This is male, age 63. So he came in with pain in the upper arms because he was carrying some heavy luggage, and that's what he does for his work. He travels quite a bit from because he works for a chain restaurant. So this restaurant, that restaurant, interstates, and so on. And so that's what he came in for, to get acupuncture for relief of arm pain. We talked and he found out that he had skin itching and hay fever and uh, plantar fasciitis. And the skin itching part, in skin eruption, the red patches, he had that since childhood. So yeah, at least 50 years. And I told him to reduce the foods that are not good for him. Actually, for him, the foods that were not good were shellfish, were lettuce, cabbage, and again, chicken and turmeric. And I asked him to consume beneficial foods, and he took some Asian herbs, got acupuncture, and he was very, very happy within a month. And he was noticing multiple areas of improvement. And then by the end of 3 months, the most symptoms were gone, and he didn't come that often. Initially, people usually come twice a week, and then once a week, and then um, once every few weeks. That's how it's tapered down after the initial visits of treatments to get the momentum of improvement going. Case 4. This patient came in with a lot of tension in the shoulders and the back, and was fatigued, tired. Only age 32. She should be at the top of her game. And I asked her what food she's not consuming, or she has been consuming regularly. And I said, you know what? Maybe those foods are causing your tension, tightness, inflammation, and fatigue. So why don't you reduce your nuts, dairy, and meat, and some other food ingredients, and consume the good foods? And I asked her to have shellfish. For her body type, shellfish is okay. It's beneficial. And within 4 weeks, all the symptoms had died down, and by the fifth week, all the symptoms were gone. So yes, food is quite important in the area of anti-aging. Food has three aspects. One is clean food, like such as organic. The other aspect is having a balanced diet. So you want to have more plant-based and less heavy foods and so on. So that would be a balanced diet. And the third is eating specific food ingredients that are beneficial for the body type and reducing those harmful foods for the body type. And she did that, and she saw a lot of improvement over time. And so anti-aging starts early. You don't have to do it later, but if you can, earlier the better. And then the last case. This patient is premenopause, having hot flashes, couldn't sleep that well because she was having hot flashes throughout the day and at nighttime, and she had to have the room very, very cold. Otherwise, she couldn't sleep. And anxiety, depression for over 20 years. Okay, easily irritable, high appetite. Does she eat? She's hungry again. And I assessed her body type, and I said, you know what? You gotta reduce these foods. Those are nuts, dairy, chicken, turmeric, and ginger. For her body type, if she eats too much chicken, turmeric, and ginger, well, thinking she did, thinking that it was beneficial for her, it turned out to cause a lot of imbalance within her body, having her to even eat more. And that's very strange. Well, if the body does not get what it wants, it's going to ask for more. Well, that's the point. So you give the body what it wants and reduce the stuff that it doesn't want, then the stomach will be satisfied. Along with that, acupuncture helped to reduce the hot flushes quite a bit. And anxiety wise, she was feeling so much better than she could ever remember. All right. So then, here you go. Anti-aging can be objective, and at the same time it's also very subjective. It's what you feel inside. So when your cells work very well in metabolism, growth, reproduction, and communication with other cells, then you have a higher sense of well-being. You're healthy, and therefore that's what you feel. And when you feel that difference, then you know you're on the right track. I'll talk to you soon.